Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. We here. We full of fun, sun, light, and happiness here in sunny Florida. Going to be one of the hottest days of the year here in my neck of the woods. 95 degrees, a heat morning. It is hot. I'll tell you that. It is hot sauce, baby. Hot sauce. The hotter days of the years. May God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. And let's take a look at what's happening here to Bitcoin. Shall we? And here we go. So, Bitcoin, I'm still inside a trade. Yeah, I'm actually going to show you my trade. Who does that? Nobody does that. I'm still up 160, 17%. We're looking for the win here when we get up to 120. That's the plan. Get back to the liquidation levels of those shorts. Playing with the 200 moving average of the 4 hour. We're going to talk about structure. We're going to look at it. We're going to have some fun. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing live because I'm a nice guy. And I don't have to, but I do. What time is it, baby? It's time to get paid. Let's break it down. Let's take a look at BTC and see what's happening. Shout out to my channel exchanges. Shout out to everybody that hooks me up. Shout out to the super chats. May God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And we got the hardcore lifers that wake up early, that don't care, that show up no matter what, that feel blessed and grateful every single day. Gratitude is the key to abundance. Every day I get on my hands and knees and thank God for the health of my children. Think about it. Say this trade made 10 grand. I made 10 grand. But one of my kids woke up with a horrible cough and we had to bring her to the hospital. I don't even like saying that. Well, it's happened to me, that's why. Would I care about this 10 grand? No. I'd give the whole trade back to get her healthy, right? So if your kids are not healthy, then what is a trade? It's nothing. And so it made me realize I always put things into perspective when I'm thinking of life. And I say, hey, man, I'm happy that I have my kids that are healthy, a growing business. I'm online. Like, things could be worse, right? I used to have no business at all, and I still was happy. And I wasn't known online, and I wasn't the crypto lifer. So I'm blessed right now. I'm starting off way better than I did 2-3 years ago when I had 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, right? I start off like 2026. I'll start off over 100,000 subs, right? How can I not do more than I did the year before with that type of resources behind me, right? Every year you become a stronger foundation. Like, you build a stronger foundation, you become stronger. And you get to build from that. And that comes from years and years of dedication. Everybody wants it. They want your success. They want to touch it. They want to feel it. They want to breathe it. But it's not for them. It's for the person that made it happen. You grind every single day. And you get the fruition from that. It's like planting trees and always gardening. You're always on it. So look, we're looking here at the weekly time frame. And like, I'm not a fan of this big wick. It's just not amazing. I would really like us to eat this wick up and close Sunday night hot. I would like us to get a pump tonight into tomorrow. It's kind of what has to happen here for Bitcoin in a way. Otherwise, I mean, how is that not like a double top that could start to give us some problems? Maybe even give us a head and shoulder here. So I'm open-minded that this could be the beginning of some bigger pain. But, there's no reason to say that yet. The weekly would have to break 114K. And right now we're holding 117,000, which is weekly support. I keep talking about this level. We dipped below it yesterday. We got back above it. I decided to buy this. I bought the dip there in that wick. I bought these dips. Remember, I bought these dips. Every time we had a nasty day or we started the day red, I bought more Bitcoin, right? I've been showing you guys, and everyone doesn't realize, what's the next hottest altcoin? And I'm doing what would probably get everybody rich 10 years from now. I'm doing it right now, but everyone wants to get rich today or tomorrow. They don't want to put in the 8 years that I took. It took me 17 years to make my first mil, but I did it. I can say to everyone's face, I made millions of dollars. I grinded my face off. More than one, man. I'm multiple M's. And again, not trying to be rude, but that's what's waiting for you if you grind. Multiple millions. Like, it just, for anyone that grinds, think about it. There's money. Money is energy. So this is the universe. There's all this money here. And then humans are energy. Money just flows to the humans that are creating the most energy, right? And sending that energy back to other humans. So money's going to flow into you and back out. Like, it's an energy flow. It's an energy flow. I'm just trying to teach you this idea because once you understand its energy and frequency, you'll be able to attract far more money into your life than you've ever thought possible. And don't be money hungry, but be energy hungry, frequency hungry, and that will propel anything into your life that you desire, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, whether it's friends, family, whatever you desire, you will receive. So the 5-day chart had a breakout and a breakdown with bearish div. Like, it's a fake out. It was a fake out. They faked a pump. They got everyone to long and they went after everybody. You could see it clearly what they did. Like, oh, get excited. Bitcoin's going to pump. So like, this is where we stand now, like with this awkward rising wedge. And we got to get a bounce here. And again, this candle's going to, that's a bearish engulfing candle. Usually sends you lower, and you got bearish divergence here on the 3-day chart. This swings down on the RSI while price swings up. That is not your friend if you're a bull. Like, that's sketchy. So right now, like, we're seeing signs that say, hey, we're going lower. I'm just putting it out there. But why are you long, Lynn Sam? Because I defy the odds sometimes. Take a look at the daily. Daily's got the bearish div too as well. You see, and it's overbought. However, we're getting a little bit of hope here as we're putting in a tweezer bottom on the daily. Previous resistance becoming support. 117 really putting in work here for the bulls. The 21-day moving average on the daily, we're touching it. That's a good sign. Moving averages are pretty close together for a possible move. So we're looking for this falling wedge to break back to the top of the channel. This is what we're looking for. Winklevoss, Gemini, considers a NASDAQ listing after strong. They file for a NASDAQ listing, which is, now you're going to see these companies that propel crypto are going to be part of the NASDAQ. It's all happening. TradFi is combining. It's a big deal. So then we look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour is very oversold. Like, shorting a beatdown 4-hour isn't always the best idea. RSI. And so I thought, when we got the first tweezer bottom here, we'd be up here by now. We would have made the right shoulder. I mean, the head shoulder. I was looking for this pump last night. The pump into tonight. Last night, we should have got the pump all night. We are still somewhat bullish. We're getting back above the 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. So that's a good sign for Bitcoin. 2 hours back above the 200 moving average. You could get in along here with a stop on the other side of the 200 and just wake up either in gains or they get you off right below the 200. I love it. And then this is kind of the flag we looked at last night. And to me, it looked kind of like a bear flag that was going to break further down. I got to be honest to everybody. Like, let's just tell it how it is, right? Looks like a bear flag to me. With resistance at 118, 117.9. So this is what I see happening for Bitcoin. You got this low. You finally got a higher low. Pump up to the 200 moving average. The 15-minute has to clear the 200. That's going to be the next big stage. You can see there's resistance at 117.8. The 5-minute just got back above the 200. It did it here. It did it there. This is what we need. Now we need the 21 to come into contact with price action. This is the white line, the 21-day moving average. You divide 21 days by 21 and you get a number. At the end of each day, you give it the 21-day value. We need this to consolidate. We need the 21 to come, and we need this to pump. If this flag does not pump and starts to kind of head and shoulder its way down, it could be the beginning of the bear flag dumping us down 116K. So again, I got mixed signals today. It's not perfect. And if anything, the bears are in control. The bulls have to get us back above 118. So we got liquidity below. It's not that strong, but we do have liquidity below. And not much liquidity above us. Yeah, we got 120, 122, but it could be better. It could be better. Right now, the deepest red is at 117,350 for Bitcoin. So you have to assume we would go down to 117,350, somewhere down here before we pump. But so I showed you the probabilities of what could happen. I don't know which one's right. I just showed you the probabilities. And if you watch this every day, you'll gain a subconscious theory in your own mind because you'll see so much probability. You'll know what makes sense. You'll gain that knowledge that I have if you show up every day. That's just how it is. I didn't cut any corners. I showed up every single day, no days off, never stop. And that's how we got here in the first place, right? So consistency brews success. That's simple. Find something you can be successful, completely consistent at, and do it over and over again. Eventually, your life will change. Yeah. ETH posts outflows after 8-day 3.7 inflow streak. Look at that. So we need to see this go sideways. It's Saturday, low volume, massive liquidations. I wouldn't be surprised if we take our time today. But man, the measured move and the idea where we end up somewhere by this afternoon would be 118, 154. Will be a beautiful move for Bitcoin. If you want to trade where I'm trading, you can sign up to Weeks. Weeks is an amazing place to trade with really good customer service. Flying out there to Singapore with them too. They're going to have a blast. Support me around the world. Really good, great exchange. They give back to me more than almost any exchange I've ever worked with. So God bless Weeks. Shout out to BitDinex. Shout out to BTCC. All the exchanges that I love, man. They really provide great services. And you got to love them. Because, hey, without exchanges, we can't trade. As big as bad as we want to be and as good as some decentralized exchanges are, without some exchanges, we cannot trade. We need exchanges to trade. Someone's got to set up the liquidity. I looked at MyX. Looked like it could pump. It did pump from 176 up to 208. Nothing crazy, though. I don't love the market structure. It's pretty weird. But, hey, that thing looks bullish to me. Looks like it could continue further to the upside. MyX had an amazing move. 393 would be the target for MyX eventually. Javuta's fan token, I looked at it down there at $1. It think ripped to $1.91. Still don't love the market structure as everything's waiting to see what Bitcoin's going to do. Let's take a look at Ethereum. ETH. I'll show you what I see happening for ETH. ETH's in a falling wedge. Kind of almost a bull flag if you consider, it's getting tight. It's bouncing off the 1 hour 200 moving average. Come on, Ethereum. Give us the love, man. Break out. Shine all the way to 5,000. Show us that pump, baby. Take a look at the 4 hour time frame. What I don't like about the 4 hour is a curving 21. It's usually not a good sign. I just got to, and this, we're toying with the 21 here on the 8 hour. And your daily's pretty far from the 21-day moving average. I wouldn't be surprised if we come up, come down. We have to consolidate bigger. Like we might consolidate like this. We'll take our time on that daily. This could take, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that could take till the end of August 25th of consolidation. This would be key. Just like Ethereum did here. The 4 hour flag that I saw recently that played out, or the 1 hour flag here. You want something like this consolidation that we had going on. And bang, to the upside, right? I gave you this trade perfectly with a stop loss and everything. It was a beautiful trade. So previous resistance becomes support right there on these wicks. The support stands at about 43.60. So I'm long for ETH to see that pump back to the upside with Bitcoin. Resistance obviously at 4,491. And then a nice big gap up there to about 4,600. The bearish scenario is that ETH closes candles below the 1 hour time frame's 200 moving average. Kind of starts to crumble, and we fall out of this falling wedge to the downside. This makes some type of shoulder, kind of head and shoulder vibe, and we end up through this gap back to 3,080, 3,800, I mean. I don't know if that's going to happen for sure, but if I do see a candle close below that, I will alert you guys, and I would be out of the long. So, Cryptic Rick, Morning Sam, and Lifers, can you look at Cardano? Let's look at Cardano real quick and see what's happening to Cardano. This is your morning live stream. Every single day, I do an update like this to the trading group, Monday through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But on the weekends, I'm nice enough to do it for the populace to see. This is the update you would get every single morning in the trading group. A nice 5 to 8 minute video explaining what I see happening to Bitcoin, going over the trades for the night before, where we're at, showing the trade, and then talking about where I believe I'm going to, maneuver myself throughout the day to find out how we can win. So if that makes you, watch a trader of 20 years squirm and move throughout price action, you're going to learn a lot. And so because I'm transparent, open-minded, and just doing it, you're going to learn so much about how I behave, how I do it. Instead of just showing you my setups and not letting you really move through my squiggle. Sometimes I'm trying to move through it, I can't figure it out. I could not show you that. I could wait till I perfectly nail it. But I like to show you that it's an ongoing process that we're always figuring it out. That's why this channel is different than other channels. Everyone else is hiding that process from you. I'm live. I'm doing that process in front of you. So Cardano is in a beautiful flag, and then they ate it. They went and stop hunted. You think you're going to ride out? We're going to go grab the stops and the leverage. I mean, it's so obvious what that is. It's a stop hunt. So disgusting, right? The manipulation is crazy out here. They'll do anything for more money. I don't know who these people are, But they're some of the greediest people I've ever seen in my life. So anyway, previous support becomes resistance right there, though, at about 90 cents. Moving averages are a little further than you'd want them to be on the daily time frame, which tells me that we just need some consolidation. When I say consolidation, I mean sideways price action that doesn't give up a lot of actual value. Like, you go up and down, but you don't go lower than 82 or 89, you see? Morning and night update videos at the 99, sometimes more than that. Sam is on point always. Shout out to my man, God is love. God bless you. And if I don't do an update, it's because like I give you, it's like we're right on with the last update, and I'm giving you, but I'm always giving you a chart update. Since Sam shows up so much for the 99, it really helps the learning process and allows me to learn faster than I would have. 100%. I believe that, and that's what I'm going for. Got liquidated by Ada today, learning not to trade on Saturdays 100%, especially altcoins. We appreciate how blessed we are to have access to Sam Price and Master Friend every day. This is truly an honor and unheard of blessing. Thank you. Hey, you turn every blessing in your life into an honor, and because that's your mentality, so you live a great life, see? So because I'm part of your life, I'm a blessing, because everything in your life is a blessing, because you're an awesome person. Shout out to Rave Song Records, who turns his life into something worth living, because he knows he has that control. He's in control. Welcome to Singapore. Where are my people from Singapore? Hope I got my peoples out there holding me down in Singapore. God bless everybody out there. I'll be in Singapore in about a month and a half. It's going to happen faster than I realize. So I got a live trade on Bitfinex. It's pumping 20% gains. Imagine making 20% when you wake up, $200 to pay the bills. And I'm looking for this thing to just absolutely blast to the upside. Maybe we don't get the inverted head and shoulder. Maybe we just get the falling wedge breakout and we just rip. But it looks like we could come out, make another right shoulder, and then rip. So far, defying the shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, which is a great sign. And again, know what's awesome is a lot of people short of this. So we got a lot of stop hunts right here that can propel us further to the upside. So that's your Bitcoin update for the day. All coins are a little sketchy. Aerodrone's been hot. See in the last hour what's ripping. Farcoin back to 96. Pump Fund showing some love. Mantle has been getting a lot of love recently. Radium a little bit. Bonk. Nothing too crazy to write home about, though. Let's take a look at those banter bubbles. And, I mean, yeah, alts aren't amazing right now. And in the last hour, a little bit of a bounce. So you're getting a little bounce right now for Ethereum and the altcoins. Yeah. So there you have it. And if I see something, I will say something throughout the day in the trading group. Look out for my elite traders. Look out for everybody in my group. We are rocking 7 days a week. We don't stop. If you want to join the trading group, go to cryptolifer.com. Link at the top. You can see the QR code there too. Hit subscribe to the basic, the quarterly, or the annual, right? That's monthly, quarterly, or annual subscription. I'm here every single day giving awesome calls, awesome ideas. You can go look at our gains and just see what are the gains like, what do they make, what kind of setups do they put out. I mean, setups that are clear and concise, simple and easy to read, understandable, and, you know, it doesn't take you that long. You take my course. I got a class here that I teach the last Saturday of every month. Jump on into this class, and within a few weeks, people are able to really decipher a lot of my setups because we stick with it. Like, one of the best setups recently was this Ethereum trade. I gave you a perfect flag here with an entry, a stop loss below the low, and that thing ripped all the way to the target, 4,800. It was a beautiful trade. So shout out to everybody that took that ETH trade. Hope you made some gains, and there'll be more to come. More to come. Virtual in a 4-hour cup and handy. Best show on YouTube right here. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to Crypto Ricky. Shout out to Diana. Shout out to all my lovers of life out here. Let's take a look at the live chat. Why it does that top chat stuff. And let's go look here too. Good morning, Sam. Can you look at Cardano? We look at ADA. I see ADA making a flag here on the daily. Hopefully a bit of a rising wedge here that'll break out parabolically to the upside and get you ripping all the way to about $1.41 for Cardano somewhere by the 18th of September. Rate cuts coming. It looks very, very likely within a month we're going to get that rate cut. Things are starting to go our way. We're starting to see the fruition of our patience, waiting for the perfect market environment for money to flow in. It is 92% they're going to cut that rate. Come on, Jerome. Don't play me, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We'll be active throughout the day in the trading group. Please subscribe to the channel. Find out more. We don't take days off. We're here every single day. If you like consistency, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next live stream. God bless everybody. Thank you so much. The secret to success is getting started. Start something today that'll change your life. Go to CryptoLifer.com. Find out more.